What's good, babies? I'm going to seem like probably all over the place on this YouTube video. I don't care. I'm excited about this topic. We actually talked about this topic in Clubhouse last week, and I want to go into a little bit more detail here with you. Really quickly, if you don't know who I am, my name is T Styles. I own and operate the Cartel Publications. We publish urban fiction books. And I also own and operate the Elite Writers Academy, where I teach people how to build their book businesses, mainly by finding out who you are as a person, making sure you understand how to write and structure your books, making sure you understand how to market your books, and making sure you understand how to publish it. Because I want people to actually know that they can publish their books on their own and get their income. And if you go to a publisher later, that's fine, but you have the ability to do it on your own. So if you want more information on that, hit the link in the bio, join the Elite Writers Squad. I got you. So let me take a sip of my tea real quick. Because we're going to need this. I did cut it out. Okay, so I want to talk about the making of a narcissistic character. This is going to be good. We were in that clubhouse with some amazing women who shared experiences. I was so proud of them because not only are they going to be able to inform other people's writing, but they're also going to be able to inform people who are going through these situations and actually living with a real life narcissist. So I have so many topics right here. I'm going to probably count them at some point when I upload this video, but I'm just going to go what we talked about. Okay, so we're going to talk about the traits to let you know that you are dealing with a narcissist. Again, this is to inform your writing, but what we learned from Clubhouse was that folks were not only learning about their writing, but people in their lives. Okay, so you're into meeting or that you've met a narcissist if the person lacks empathy. Narcissists aren't able to feel. They almost are robotic, when it comes to empathy. They are incapable of doing it. So and I'm looking at my notes right here. In the event, you need emotional support or whatever, they don't have any cares about that. They don't subscribe to emotion. And again, if they try to give it to you, it's only to appease you for the moment, especially if you are what they consider being annoying by even showing feelings in the first place. So they may say a couple, 2-3 words to you, but you'll feel that it's not sincere at some point. And then they know that it's not sincere, or nor do they care. So they lack empathy. So that's one of the things you can think about when you're writing these characters, okay? Another thing that or reason where you may be dating or may know a narcissist, they feed off of compliments. The reason why this is a big deal for narcissists is because they need to feel like they're the only ones. And the way they feel that they are the only ones are by you complimenting them, because they need constant gratification. It is like a tap on the veins. Oh, you so fine. Oh my God, you look great. Oh, you the smartest. Nobody ever told me that before. Oh, you this, you that, you that. And the moment they feel that they aren't getting that, then they will attack to trigger you in order to get you back to square one. Narcissists thrive off of compliments. Okay, so if you got one that is in constant need, pay attention. And what I also want to say is you can have 2 or 3 of these traits and not be a narcissist. But if the majority of these things that you see that we're going to be talking about happens, then chances are you're probably dating or know a narcissist. The next one is they have a major problem with authority. All kinds of authority, whether it be police, bosses at work, maybe you have a matriarch or somebody in the family who's normally in control, and they come into this family dynamic and see that this person has control over this family in any kind of way. And it could be that this person is in control, is just trying to keep things together. They have no cares. They do not like authority at all. And if it's a man who's a narcissist and he has a female boss, that can definitely spark some irritation and some annoyance. So you want to make sure that when you're creating these characters that you keep this in mind. These people don't like to follow the rules, okay? The next one is they will, what they call gaslight you, to get an emotion out of you. They will tell you things like, you aren't cute. Maybe you're getting fat. They will accuse you of all kinds of things. Say that you're cheating. Say that, you are being disrespectful. Anything to trigger emotions out of you. And this is definitely hard for a person who is dealing with a narcissist, because you find yourself always feeling like you have to apologize. You find yourself feeling that you aren't good enough. You find yourself feeling that I have no idea who I am as a person. Maybe this person is right. So when you're writing this character, keep this in mind. These people play manipulative games on a continuous basis. And it's no use in trying to change this person, because this is what they do. So that is something else that you want to look at, okay? They completely dominate conversations. So let's say you are at a dinner party and the topic is about you. It could literally be your birthday. And you could be talking to your friends like, oh, guys, thank you so much for my birthday. This is so nice. I was surprised. Just, I don't know why you were surprised. You act like you was knowing something was going on the whole time. You running around here buying outfits. So I actually thought you did. This is the person who's a narcissist. They have to dominate all conversations, because at the end of the day, it's me. What about me? Are you looking at me? They don't care about people or humans. It's about what they can get based off your emotions. They have to constantly be fed. So that if a conversation is about you, honey, they will make sure they talk. They will find always a way to present themselves to be making sure that the topic is back on them. It's very true, okay? They are big liars. They lie about everything. So we was in Clubhouse and somebody made a good point. They will tell you the sky is pink. It's not, but they're so good at lying because they do this for a living. This is their art. They do this for a living that you would have to go out to the window and see. They're that good. So these people are doing this for a living. This is how they have their fun. The rest of us, we got to work. We got to, take care of our families. We got to do whatever it is we do to sustain life. These people put this type of game in priority at all times. So you are no match for them, okay? The next thing is, they are very charming people. Can you imagine if you got with a narcissist and you saw their traits up front? You would run. But they are charming. They are confident. When you first meet them, you have to be around them. This is why when they start doing things like these manipulative games, it really have you looking back at yourself and saying, what is it that I did? These people are the kind of people that you notice when you walk into a room. They sit down for 5 seconds for you and they will focus intensely on you. But this focus on you is not because they're really interested in you. They're studying you. They want to see what it is you like. They want to see what it is that you don't like. They want to see what your weaknesses are, what your strengths are. These people are very, very intentional when they first meet you. So you will feel like you are the only one. Woo, child. We was talking, honey. It's another point. Okay. Let's see. They will challenge you about everything and not in a good way. Basically, it's an endless loop of conversations about nothing. Like, so yeah, maybe you're right. Oh, you saying I'm right now because you realize you was wrong. No, I'm just saying that, maybe I didn't think about right. You don't think. That's the problem. If you thought, then maybe perhaps we wouldn't be here. You're right. Don't say I'm right now if it's going to be a game later. Like, this is it. It's a constant loop of these conversations that don't go anywhere. Because again, the purpose of a narcissist doing these things is to trigger you. They need the emotion to feed off of. So if they were dealing with somebody that was like, you're right, you're so stupid, you don't know what you say out your mouth sometimes, and somebody said, did you hear me? So you ain't got nothing to say? That wouldn't be enough for them. They probably wouldn't be bothered with you. They need challenge, which is why they are generally attracted to strong people. This is the biggest misconception. People think that narcissists are always attracted to people who are considered to be weak. But that's not the case. They'll get with them for a little while, but in the most time, they'll just destroy them so quick and move on to another one because they would probably be so emotional that they can't deal with them. They like strong people who are able to handle these attacks. And especially if they got them a really, really strong person, because then it's like, okay, now I'm able to break you down. You're not nowhere near as strong as you were. These people are dangerous. We're going to talk more about that later on. Okay, let's see. Oh, they have a tendency to start out in the beginning to be so devoted to you. They are so in love with you. And then they get disinterested. A lot of times they get disinterested if you become highly emotional. So if you're dealing with a narcissist and they devoted in the beginning, but then you're a really emotional person, they don't have time for that. They don't know how to compete with that. They need breaks off of it because it's the challenge. It's, okay, now I'm better now. Okay, now I'm gonna fuck with your mind again. So that if you're constantly like that, they won't be interested in you for long. So they devote it in the beginning, and then it's, okay, I'm done. This is major. Their reputation means everything to them, but not an internal reputation. So they don't care about being a good person. They care about how it's perceived, and they will use all of the tools in their arsenal to project this image. These are a lot of people who you see on the internet. They have, these houses, and they take a picture with their wives, and all that kind of stuff. But when the internet goes off, the relationship is trash. So they don't care about doing the internal work. That is of no consequence to them. They want the image. They want you to believe that they are this thing. So, and they will use themselves by making sure they look a certain way, making sure they have certain things in their life, making sure they have the illusion of money, even if the bank account is dry. And you, as a person, you need to look the part. They need to be able to take you out on their arm and have people want you, have people want to be around you. And they can say, yeah, that's me. They may even do a few things while you're in public to show, yeah, that's me. And also break you down a few notches if you shining too bright. These people are dangerous. Okay. Let's see. They require constant control over you at all times. So when you're writing these characters, it's very, very important to remember that these people are very controlling because they look at you as if you are an object. You're not a human being. You belong to them. This is why these people have the potential to be dangerous. And we're talking about killing you, abusive towards you. And again, it could be women. There are a lot of women narcissists who are just as terrible, so it ain't just men. But they very abusive. They have the potential to kill you and be like, oh, I'm sorry. Or not even, I'm sorry. Oh, well, shit. She probably didn't need to be here in the first place. They may fake emotion but for those around them, but they really don't care. This is why a narcissist makes a really great villain. The reason why a narcissist makes a good villain, because villains in story don't have to change, right? They're not required to change. And a narcissist has no intentions of changing. They will even go to therapy with you just to make sure, just to see if the therapist points out what they believe to be correct is that something is wrong with you. So narcissists have no intentions of changing, and as a result, they make the best villains, the best villains. So you want to make sure that when you're using this character, that you put them in that position. Any other place will be weird. Now, you can do some really good anti-villain things and put them as a lead, but just keep in mind that, as we talked about this on our call, someone went to a therapist, and their therapist said with the narcissist, if they don't change within the first 16 years of their life, they will never change because they don't believe anything is wrong with them. So just remember that. Okay, the next point is they believe everybody either loves them or hate them. There's nothing in between. If you disagree with them, it could just be a point of something that they said, not even the long haul, then they will put you in one or two categories. You either hate them or love them. And this is hallmark for narcissists, okay? Another thing is they have a history of bad breakups and having infidelity. Because first of all, they feel like they can do whatever they want. So if you look at their long line of relationships, you'll find that somebody is either escaped, bruised, and almost beaten up. and or that this person was just like, I just had to get away from them the best I could because they were such a whore. They just could not be faithful. So when you're writing these characters, make sure that you understand these people do anything they want. The next point is they collect people who idolize them because they want to have people around them that think that they are the best things in the world. So anybody who challenges them or, that's on the outside who like something's wrong with him, to alert somebody that something may be wrong with them, they don't want to have anything to do with them, okay? They panic when you try to break up with them. So if you try to leave them for whatever reason, they're panicking, not because they love you. Chances are they got themselves a strong person who, they're going to end up missing out on their tap, that drug of emotion that they need because you done got yourself together. So they will panic. But in the event that you don't come back to them, they will ruin your life. They will call your job. They will call your friends. They will call your mama. They will call anybody they can to destroy your world. When you use this character, you got to understand that you are going to have to show through the protagonist, because remember, we should be using this character possibly in a villain situation. And you can do whatever you want, but people are not going to like this person, especially if we see some of the things that they're going to be doing. So putting them in a protagonist situation is going to probably not be as good. But if you use this person, then you got to remember when they destroy worlds, we need to be able to see that through the protagonist. We have to feel the emotional turmoil that this character is in, because again, these people are crazy. The next thing is they don't have any long-term friends. So all the people that they have around them are people that probably maybe within the first, maybe 6 months to a year, maybe a few years. And the way they're able to maintain those few years, if they get that far, is by not spending any time of substance around them. So they're going to probably be drinking, bowling, things where you can't sit down and have long conversations. Because again, if you talk to a narcissist long enough, you'll find out exactly who they are. So it'll be activity-based things, things that, present an image, maybe of parties, So that's why they'll have these people around them, because they're around them in these type of situations. People, a narcissist is not to be played with. If you are involved with one right now, you need to act carefully. We talked about some tools. You need to be preparing your life before you get away from these people. Before you can't just cut these people off. So if you're writing a book where a narcissist is the villain, you can't just cut a narcissist off. You have to be strategic with it. You have to be tucking your money to the side. You have to stop telling them about your support system, because they will target your support system directly because they know that's your support system. So don't tell them if you're seeing a therapist. Don't tell them if you have a good girlfriend that's helping you out or a good female friend that's helping you out. Don't tell them anything. Keep your conversations to a minimum. When they attack, what you need to be doing is try not to show any emotion at all. Get off that phone, and then you show all the emotion that you need, because you want to stop having them use you as a trigger point, okay? And definitely get help. Seek a therapist, seek somebody, because again, this type of person can be dangerous. It's an excellent person to write, but if you use a narcissist in your character as a villain, and you don't feel drained when you're finished, you have done something wrong. Okay? So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you. If you found this video provided you with value, please make sure you like it and subscribe. And please come back. We have so many things that are going on. I will talk to you later. I'm T Styles. Bye.